Hello and welcome to Intro to Brass, specifically horn for the playing portion of today. We're going to be discussing the two classes of brass, the 5 different brass instruments, the different parts of the brass instruments, buzzing, and concert F, playing concert F specifically, also talking about what concert F means. So there are 2 classes of brass instruments, high brass and low brass. The high brass play in the treble clef, and the low brass play in the bass clef. In the high brass class, there are the trumpet and the horn. In the low brass, there's the trombone, the euphonium, and the tuba. They play very low notes. Now, the different parts of the instruments are generally in 2. The trombone has 3, which we will talk about later. When looking at a brass instrument, you have the body of the instrument, which includes the bell, the tubing, the valves, and the lead pipe. The bell is where the sound will come out. The tubing is what your air and buzzing goes through to make a sound or a pitch or a note. And your valves, 3 on the front, 1 in the back, are to change the length of the instrument, to change the pitch or the note that is being played. The lead pipe is where the mouthpiece goes in, and this is the other part of the instrument, the mouthpiece. For the trombone, instead of valves, it uses a slide to change the length of the instrument. When talking about the mouthpiece is what is used to make the sound in the instrument. When you buzz your lips together, it makes sound. Sound is vibrations. So I want you to point your pointer finger and your middle finger up to the sky of your right hand and take your right thumb and point it at your neighbor to the left. Now you're going to take your mouthpiece, which has a base, a body, a rim, and a cone, which is the part inside of the mouthpiece, and you're going to place it on your thumb like this, put your 2 fingers right on top. So you should be holding it just like this. Now, we're gonna work on our buzz a little bit. So I want you to take your 2 fingers, like you're gonna do a little smiley or a single finger gun. I want you to go, but keep your lips out. Like you're questioning something. Then I want you to take your 2 fingers here, and when you go, put them at the corners of your mouth where you smile. Now, instead of making the sound, we're gonna just blow air through, like you're trying to buzz your lips, like a lip trill almost. So, it should sound just like that. Now, this is only a high brass technique. The low brass will be slightly different. I'll discuss that in just a minute. Now, I want you to take your mouthpiece, and your top lip and your bottom lip will be equally inside the cone, that middle part of the mouthpiece. Now put your fingers back up, and I want you to... No air should be coming out the corners of your mouth. All of the air should be put into the center of the mouthpiece. That's what we should be thinking about. Now, I want you to drop your fingers, and we're going to do it for 4 counts. I'll give you 4 counts, and you're going to play for 4 counts. You ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Good, let's do it one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Awesome. For low brass, your buzz is going to be wider. You can let your buzz be a little bit more. Awesome. So, when we play our instrument, I already talked about the lead pipe, or where the instrument mouthpiece goes. So you're going to take your mouthpiece, you're going to lightly just place it into the top of where the lead pipe is. So it should look like this. And you're just going to do a quarter turn and watch. The mouthpiece doesn't move. So let's put our instruments down and talk about concert pitch. Concert pitch is the base for every instrument. It is where every instrument will be the same, will sound the same. Now, the low brass are all in concert pitch. They all play the same notes when they put the same valves down. So if you put no valves down and you play a C will come out, like on the piano. Now, the French horn is in F, which is the scale that we will be learning today, the first note, which is F. That will be our C. It's just where they sit in a music theory sense, which you can learn about later. So a trumpet is in B flat. So that means that their C is the trombone B flat, whereas our C is the trombone F. So let's look back at our instrument. When you hold your horn, I want you to first take your hand and you're gonna put it around this part. Your knuckles should be in line with your valves. You can have a grip on it, but don't hold too tight. Then you're going to take your right hand and you're going to make a C shape like this. A little C, like see you later. And then you're going to place it gently inside the bell so it rests like this. Now, I want you to put your mouth up to the mouthpiece like we did before when you were holding it, and I want you to make that same buzz. Awesome. Let's do it for 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Let's do it one more time. I'll let you do it by yourself. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good job. So, when we play our concert F, it has no valves pressed down because it is our C. It is our bass line. It is where we start. That is the horn. Now, we will talk about the concert F scale. For us, that is our C scale. So it is simply C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Now, for fingerings, it goes 1, 2, 3, trigger. That's how I will describe them when I'm talking about the different valve placements for the fingerings. When we have C, it's C, which is open or no valves pressed down. D is 1 valve, valve 1. E is open, no valves. F is valve 1. G is open. A is valves 1, 2, and your trigger valve. B is your trigger valve and your second valve. And C is your trigger valve for high C. Now, this is our concert F scale, and we'll go through it very slowly. Let's play C. Good. Make sure your cheeks do not puff up when you blow air through your instrument. It's an urge that you have to fight. Now D, first valve. Good. Now open, no valve. Good. F, 1 valve. G, no valves, open. A, first valve, second valve, trigger valve. Good. Now, just let go of your first valve and only have second valve and your trigger valve down for B. And then release your second valve, but keep your trigger valve down for high C. Now, when you go up in pitch and you play higher notes from our bass C, you're going to notice that you might need to squeeze your lips together a little bit. That is always fine, squeezing your lips together. Don't squeeze them too tight that no air can come out, but also don't press your instrument into your lips. That will hurt a lot. So let's just play our concert F one more time. Ready? I'm gonna give you 4 counts and then you're going to play for 4. Ready? This is what it's going to sound like. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Good job. Let's play it one more time. Just that concert F. 1, 2, 3, 4. Awesome. Now that we've learned the fingerings for concert F scale and our concert F, we're going to talk about putting in our instruments away. So for the horn specifically and most of the other brass instruments, all you have to do is a quarter turn and you can take your mouthpiece out. Now carefully put that to the side somewhere, and then you're just going to take your instrument and you're going to put it back in its case. Now each case looks a little bit different, but it should look like the instrument. So if it doesn't fit right, make sure that it's in correctly. You can always ask us to help you if something seems wrong. The case should close normally, and that should be it. Let me put this away really fast. All right, that was a great lesson. Thank you so much, and I hope that everybody has an awesome rest of their day.